I've gotten some new followers, so I figured it was time to just sit down and tell you a little bit about me. So my name is Jessica Long. I am a Paralympic swimmer for Team USA, and I am right now training for the LA 2028 Paralympics. My story starts in Siberia, Russia. I was born to a 16-year-old Russian girl, and I also happen to be born with something called fibrillar hemimelia. So she put me up for adoption, and around that time I was adopted by an American couple here in Baltimore, Maryland. It's so interesting because I always tell people I'm an amputee and I had my legs amputated, but I was born without legs. I can see how that's really confusing. So I was born with fibrillar hemimelia and I had a foot with 3 toes. And once I turned 18 months old, my parents here in Baltimore had that little foot amputated. So I was born without legs, deformed legs, but I did have an amputation that allowed me to wear prosthetic legs. I joined a swim team at the age of 10 and I loved it, and I truly loved that I was just part of the team. I was never made fun of, I was never bullied, I was never anything other than just their teammate, and I loved showing up. And I was always the girl with no legs, but I loved racing and I loved beating the girls, and then I loved beating the boys with legs. I found out about the Paralympics, which for those of you who don't know, para in Paralympics just means parallel to the Olympic Games. So I found out about it from a local official here in Baltimore at one of the meets. And from that moment on, I was hooked. I had never really seen another person that looked like me, being a bilateral amputee, so meaning like 2 below knee amputees. I somehow made my first Paralympic team when I was 12, and in my very first race, I outtouched the world record holder by 1/10 of a second, who was twice my age, and that jump-started my Paralympic career. Swimming has given me such confidence. You know, every day I still don't have legs. Every day I have challenges. But if it wasn't for swimming or Paralympic swimming, I don't know where I would be in my life. It has given me the confidence to take on this world looking so different. And, you know, I think that's the biggest thing is, you know, I never asked to be an amputee, and I'll never have legs. But I've always decided to make the best of this one life that I have been given. And Paralympic swimming has given me so much. And obviously I love competing, but more than that, it's just given me this confidence and this chance to be a role model for young girls or boys who were born differently. I have competed in 6 Paralympics. Each Paralympics I've learned something new, whether it was overcoming, you know, being the underdog, overcoming failure, turning it into fuel. I met my birth family. That was crazy. I'll have to do a story time on that. But for me, I'm so excited to be heading into LA, and here I am pregnant with 2 boys, twins, baby boys, which is really wild to me. But it just seems perfect to end my whole swimming career on home soil, which is truly a dream for me. And to have my husband there, babies, my family. But I'm truly just so thankful for the swimming career that I've had. I have a total of 31 medals, 18 are gold. They're somewhere. I think they're in our storage unit. I think I have one somewhere. But for me, it's never truly been about just the medals. You know, I know where my worth, my identity is not just in swimming, but I love this platform that I've been given to inspire. And I definitely don't intend to waste it. So I know you might love the Olympics, but I also hope you fall in love with the Paralympics just as much as I have, and that you can see how incredible each and every Paralympic athlete is. So that's a little bit about me. Thanks for following, and here we go, countdown to LA.